Hello everybody, Balamore here from Fun9 Gaming, and today we are going to talk about the top 5 non-LF unit that is in need of a ZENKAI. If you do like the video, give a like, a thumbs up, or subscribe to the YouTube channel, or follow all of our social media down below. And with that said, let's start the video. Number 5. Paikuhan. Normally I wouldn't say that this yellow Paikuhan needs a ZENKAI, because right now movies is in the top of the world. However, this Paikuhan is one of the very first units. He was actually the #1 unit on release of the Dragon Ball game, on the Dragon Ball Legends game to be precise. And he was the #1 unit because he had literally almost everything. He had that inflict damage, opponent take more strike and blast art cost for 20 time accounts. He had the anti-Frieza force. Enemy sub count was increased by 5 when he was is defeated for 30 time accounts. He did insane amount of damage too, with his fire kick, cool, and because his blue card could feint with 20% chance to hit. Like on the release, there were only like a few units like Pan, there were the Super Saiyan Goku, there were EX Gokus, there were the Vegeta from the Saiyan Saga. Like it was a small setup, but Paikuhan was really on the #1 top. And right now, every unit from the first generation has gotten a ZENKAI, except for this one. Like I said, normally I don't want movies to get the buff, because right now in the release we have this Gohan, Pan, we have Piccolo, we have Cooler, we have Broly. Like, I didn't want to give movie any ZENKAIs at all at this point, or any buffs. They have gotten enough. But I feel like Paikuhan deserves it, so we can get over the first generation already. And with that said, let's go to the next one. Number 4. Android 17, the purple one. Yeah, dude, this guy was a menace when he was released. Like, it was crazy. Like, he had the green card, a barrier. He got a 40% blast damage inflicted if you had 3 battle member. Reduce enemy's ki and reduce combo when he's covering. And increase strike damage. However, increase of sub count was a problem though. But he got the buffs incredibly. He had one of the first AoE blue cards, and the green card just barrier, and you could combo that with a strike or blast dart. It's insane, and he's one of the few units that got a balance chain so many times. So he also was one of the last units to get that balance chain. And I feel like androids need a support, and I really do like that Android 17 should be getting a ZENKAI. God, he's kind of insane with his C abilities to give to purple units and android blast attack and defense. He had one of the better stats on the C ability. So I would like for him to get a ZENKAI just to buff up the androids for a bit. Also, the android saga would have been great to have. Just to, you have then the 16 and 18, you have all trio to get a ZENKAI, and that would have been great. Okay, on to the next one. Number 3. Android 18. The red one from Majin Buu Saga. I know. Wouldn't he be too broken, Battleamore? Wouldn't she be so broken? Have you guys not realized we have Pan right now? Pan that literally buffs and debuffs the opponent. Reduced of all infinite sub counts. I feel like we deserve a free-to-play unit just like this. Technically, she's not a free-to-play unit, but she deserves a ZENKAI. If Pan got all of these buffs and debuffs on the opponent, I feel like this girl needs the buff she deserves. Like, she was literally every guy that wanted to get a ZENKAI, because she buffs everybody, just like Pan. Like, she has the opponent takes more damage when she enters the battlefield. When she covers, she seals an enemy card slot for 5 time accounts. Also, all art cost increased by 20 for 5 time accounts instead of reducing ki like Pan does. Also, every time opponent switch, reduce enemies Dragon Ball by 1. Unlike Pan, that every time she uses a blue card, she gains a Dragon Ball. Also depends on the battle style when this card is switched to standby. buff a melee type unit, strike attack and healing. Pan heals and give health restoration a lot of too. But unlike what Pan does, she has more of a green card that gives reduced sub count, blue card that gives Dragon Ball. I feel like we deserve Android 18, the red one, a ZENKAI. Come on, she deserves it. And do not plan to run both of them in the same team. You guys are sick. I'm sorry if you're planning on it. But I think she deserves it. Right now, today, it's actually kind of perfect that she kind of needs a ZENKAI. Because Android needs a buff, even though she's not buffing Android in general. I mean, her C ability is buffing androids, but at 14 stars, she buffs girls too. No, it's the... Never mind. She buffs girls first, but when she's 14 stars, she buffs androids too. She has not the perfect C ability, but I feel like everything and what she does is kind of deserving of helping your team a lot. And I feel like that says a lot of things. So yeah, that's what I think on number 3. Let's go to the next one. Number 2, Ultimate Gohan Absorb Boo Super. Yes, Gohan, the green one. Dude, he was with when Super Vegeta was released, when Golden Frieza, Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta was released. It's just him and Golden Frieza that has not got a ZENKAI yet. Though I kind of don't want Golden Frieza to get a ZENKAI because he's kind of a menace if that is the case. But this guy deserves it. Regent deserves a buff, like insane amount of, because Data barely got any. Because he gets once main ability, if you destroy all your own cards, 45% damage inflicted for 60 time accounts, plus 35 to own key recover for 60 time accounts. It just takes 5 time accounts, like it's a buff already there. Every time he evades an enemy vanity step, he gets a green card. You get 20% damage inflicted, 10 time accounts. And every time this enters the battlefield or enemy switches, he gets a buff, like 40%. It's permanent too, unless people have it doesn't say cannot be cancelled, so it can't be cancelled. So it has to be doing back and forward every time. He has that slice mystic shooter that does damage. He had that barrier that was kind of annoying for a while. But I feel like this Gohan deserves to get a ZENKAI. Many wants him to get a ZENKAI too. Regen needs the buff. Sure, we got Piccolo, but right now, but it's still a movie buff. But we need more Regen buff. That's what I think. And let's go to the next one, shall we? Number 1, Super Baby 2. I know. Why Super Baby 2? Well, technically he is a GT, and GT does needs the support it can, and kinda maybe we are getting a more GT buff at the Legends Festival. Who knows? We did get ZENKAI Pan, but her ZENKAI is mostly for some family. Beast Gohan. And I feel like GT really needs a unit that actually gives them a lot of buffs. Like his main ability gives allies health restoration 50% to 60 time accounts, give damage buff for 40% for GT and Regen for 20 time accounts, reduce damage by 20%, that's permanent. It should be if he gets a ZENKAI, it should be cannot be cancelled, all of them. It should be getting a damage buff, except 40% damage inflicted to following tags cannot be cancelled. Saiyan and Hybrid. It should be not tag, it should be permanent 40%, not just specific for tags. Nullify own attribute damage cannot be cancelled. Apply the following effect to ally GT or Regen when this card switch standby. He heals them and gives them 15% damage inflicted. This guy was insane back in the day when he was released. He healed continuously, buffed the team. With the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, it was insane combo. But people run him on Regen. Because at Regen, you had ZENKAI Majin Buu, which a lot of, at the time, it cost over 22k CC to have as a fully ZENKAI. So it was insane combo, you could not kill the team at all when it released the Revenge Death Ball. Revenge Death Ball. I cannot do the voice. But increase more strike damage. He's green. Restore on Kimba hit and gives damage. You can comboable with all the arts. His C ability is really not that good, but with his kit, it was so good, it didn't matter. So yeah, I feel like GT right now, GT and Region needs the buff, so this guy would have been perfect to getting a Zenkai. I feel like this would help a lot of teams in general. Just blue Zenkai GT units, that would be great. That means we have a Zenkai buff for Ice, we have a Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Kid Goku. So yeah, I feel like this guy needs buff, and if he does get a Zenkai, we might know what we're getting on the Legends Festival. Who knows? But that was my top 5 non-LF unit that deserved, that I think should be having a Zenkai. I hope you liked the video. Like I said in the beginning of the video, follow us, give us a subscribe, follow all our social media down link below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you do want to comment what your top 5 unit that needs a Zenkai, do write them comments below. Argue with me, anything. Just make me wrong. All I know is give me a debut to talk about it, and yeah, maybe we'll bring it on another video. Who knows? And with that said, I'm Battlemore for Fire9 Gaming, saying see you next time.